All right, now welcome back. Welcome back to the Kingdom Wealth Channel. It's Pluto. Listen, man, look, I got something that I need to say today. Because this right here, I'm gonna try not to make this a long video, but it's a lot of jam-packed information that you need to hear. So I'm gonna tell you that right now. The title of this video is The Flow of Money. CBDCs, which stands for Central Bank Digital Currencies, stable coins, and cryptocurrencies explained. It's a lot of information here because we need to understand the way that our money moves. Okay, we see in the world today how our money, we see how it moves. We kind of, we got Cash App and PayPal and all of these other things, Zelle payment, you got Western Union and all of those things. But those things actually function different than true digital currency. I'm gonna say that again. Those things actually function a lot different than true digital currency. There's a difference. Okay? So listen, we're about to jump right in. And the first two terms that you need to understand is centralization and decentralization. Those are two terms you need to understand. Centralization and decentralization. Centralization means that a government or entity is in control of something. Okay? So let me give you an example. Our current banking system that we have right now, our U.S. government, the Federal Reserve, the U.S. Treasury, those people who control that money supply. They are over this money supply. Okay, so they are in control of it. They have the control to print more money. They have the control to send more money to however many people that they want to. They even have the control to send money to other countries. Okay, so they're in control of. That's what centralization is. It means that they are in control. They are the watcher, the overseer of this system. Okay, decentralization. Decentralization is a totally different thing, okay? Decentralization means that you and I are in control of our money. I'm gonna say that again. You and I are in control of our own money. Decentralization, okay? When your money is in the bank, when your money is in accounts or there's such things like that, the banking system we have today, that is a centralized banking system. Now, for currency that is outside of the banking system, that's considered as decentralized. That's decentralized currency. Okay? I give you an example. Gold and silver are decentralized because the gold and silver is not controlled by a government or entity. Okay? Gold and silver are not controlled by a government or entity. Cryptocurrency is also outside of the system and is not controlled by a government or entity. Okay? So those are the first two terms that you need to understand with us where I'm going, because it's going to basically lead the way for where I'm trying to get at as far as this video, the flow of money, CBDCs, stable coins, cryptocurrencies explained, okay? So you needed to know what centralization and decentralization are because those are very key, very important to where we're going. So anyway, here's the thing. We have to understand how our current payment system works. We got to understand how our current payment system works because if we don't understand how our current payment system works, how are we going to understand how a new system works? We just aren't. It's the truth. So I'll say this, the way that our current banking system works is we function off of a messaging format. Okay. And I'm sure a lot of people always wonder, why is the Federal Reserve focus on digitizing dollars when, basically our dollars are already digitized? Like I said from the beginning, there's indeed a difference, a big difference between true digital currency and the system we have today. Okay? So the monetary system that we have today focuses on digital claims to currency. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. The monetary system that we have on today focuses on digital claims to currency. Okay, so that's why when we use apps like Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, Apple Pay, all of these apps, we are actually sending digital claims on money, or they're very short for IOUs to money, but we're not actually sending the money itself. This is and in this is a huge thing, guys, because let me tell y'all how banks work. So if I want to send you, and they call it Nostra Vostra accounts, you can look it up, but they're essentially what's called pre-funded accounts. Okay, this is how our banking system functions. So anyway, but in those pre-funded accounts, you had, say, if I wanted to send $1 million, if I wanted to send 100,000, however much money you want to send, okay, if I wanted to send however much money from United States over across the water, wherever the water is. I'm just keeping it real. I don't know where the water is. But anyway, but if I wanted to send money all the way over yonder, okay, I go send a wire transfer, do a wire transfer, all of those things. Now, it's number one, it's going to take time. Okay? That wire transfer is going to take a whole lot of time. We're looking at probably roughly around, let's say around 7 days. Let's say 3 to 7 days. Okay? Not only is it going to take time, but it's also other middlemen involved in this transaction as well. Okay? So you got $1 million. You're trying to send $1 million across the water. The moment that you hit that button, the moment they hit that button to send that money over there, it's not going straight there. It's going to a third party bank. Did you hear what I just said? I said the money is going to a third party bank, a different bank. The money that is going somewhere you didn't even send it to. But it's going elsewhere because and when it goes to these third party banks are actually taking fees off of that money. So they're actually getting paid too. Okay. So when you send your money across the world, it's going to another bank. It's actually going to another bank. It's actually going to another bank until it reaches its destination. That's what this is. This is how our money flows. So when I say that digital claims to money, because if I send you a Zelle payment or a Cash App payment or a Venmo payment, I'm actually sending a digital claim to the money or an IOU. It's called an IOU. It's digital claims to money. And I'm not actually sending the money to you itself. This is the same exact thing with the banking system. They're sending digital claims to money. Okay, it's not the true value. It's not the true digital currency. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So this is the current banking system that we have now. Now let's switch over. Get ready for this now. Get ready. Now let's talk about true digital currency. Okay. Now, when I think of true digital currency, I think of coins such as Bitcoin. I think of coins such as XRP. I think of coins like XLM. I think of coins like Algorand. I think of coins like XDC. I think of all of these cryptocurrencies that have a component in them. Those components are Basically, you can send instantaneously. The market never stops. In cryptocurrencies, the market never stops. So the market is 24/7, okay? Instantaneous, okay? Instantly. Cheap. They're very cheap in fees. So versus the current banking system that we have now, the current payment system that we have now, they're very cheap in fees. I'm talking about, guys, I'm talking about fractions of a penny. Okay? I'm not talking about $2 and $5 here. I'm talking about fractions of a penny. You're sending your money barely, it took 1 penny from you. Okay? And I'm going to tie in where I'm going with this in a minute, okay? But instantaneous, they're more transparent, cheap, easily verifiable, okay? And these are coins, these crypto coins that I just stated, that I just talked about. Those are coins that are outside of the banking system. Did you follow me? Those are coins that are outside of the banking system. The XRP, the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, the XDC, the Algorand. These are all coins that are outside of the banking system. Now I'm about to flow over into something else, because what I'm about to tell you, you need to hear this, okay? Central bank digital currencies are different from regular cryptocurrencies that I just listed. Now we're about to transition over into central bank digital currencies. Central bank digital currencies and cryptocurrencies are different, and they have different components. They function differently. However, central bank digital currencies are built on top of the blockchains of currencies like XRP, XLM, Algorand, XDC, and IOTA, Bitcoin. Those central bank digital currencies are basically layered on top and built upon those blockchains. Did you hear what I just said? They're built on top of them. So that means that, first let me explain this. A central bank, a CBDC, or a central bank digital currency, or CBDC, was short for that, is a country's sovereign currency. Okay? A central bank digital currency is a country's own sovereign currency. Okay? So that literally means that that is a digital or electronic transfer of dollars. It's a digital yen, a digital won, a digital rupee, a digital pound. These are all digital currency. It's digital currency, but it's not, it's the digital version of our country's currency. I hope that makes sense. So a digital dollar, digital won, digital pound, digital rupee, digital renminbi. Okay, these central bank digital currencies are totally different from regular cryptocurrencies. They have different components. They have different functionalities. And actually, in part 2, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about their central bank digital currencies functionalities, because that's definitely something that you're going to need to hear. But anyway, so central bank digital currencies are centralized, which means they are controlled and overseen by a government or entity. Okay? Central bank digital currencies are controlled and overseen by a government or entity. Okay? So that means that as these central bank digital currencies, because the Federal Reserve, as of right now, is starting a FedNow service in July of this year. They're starting a FedNow service in July of this year, launching its very first central bank digital currency. And the service is called FedNow. Y'all can go look it up. Whenever you have time, go look it up. But here's the thing about this central bank digital currency thing. There are 95% of other countries also making this transition and moving towards this. Okay. And the reason, and obviously the reason why we're moving towards a central bank digital currency, or, every country's own sovereign currency, is for the simple fact that we have, what's going on in the markets right now. Bank collapses, you have, credit and stuff, all of this stuff happening, inflation, all of those things. But they know if we move towards a digital economy, then all of those things, they just wiped away. Yeah, pretty much. And know if we move to a digital economy, then all of those things are just wiped away. Inflation's gone. What else is gone? All these issues with the banking system is gone. Everything. Okay. So that's why we are moving towards this. Okay. Now I need to go into something else. Stable coin. So what is a stable coin? Listen closely now. A stable coin is basically a central bank digital currency, but it has its own separate functionalities, totally different. A stable coin has a fixed value, does not fluctuate, is similar to a CBDC, but can be either centralized or decentralized. So basically, this is the hybrid of the family. Stable coins are the hybrid of the family. Okay. So decentralized stablecoins are mainly known for holding and fixing the value of profited funds. So let me give you an example right quick. So if you bought $5,000 worth of Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin rose up to 25,000, and you were afraid, you didn't want it to go back down. So then what'd you do? You converted it, profited Bitcoin at 25,000 to a stable coin, and the value of it won't move from 25,000. Or in other words, it won't fluctuate in price, go up or down. So that means that $5,000 that you just had, it went up in price to 25,000. And then from there, when it went up in price to $25,000, that stable coin held and fixated that value, and it did not move. So like this was the thing with people in Bitcoin back in, I think it was 2017. Everybody was trying to figure out, Bitcoin went up, it was, I think Bitcoin's 10,000, then it went up to like 20,000. And then, but it kept on fluctuating and people was losing money and all of this stuff was going on. But then came stable coins. So then when people made that profit, they were able to convert that money into a stable coin. And when they converted it into a stable coin, it fixated and held its value. Now you can also convert stable coins to cash, and you can also convert stable coins to other forms of currency as well. So here's the thing. So the next thing I want to go over, what is a cryptocurrency? I'm going to say this. So a cryptocurrency, listen closely now, a digital monetary unit of account. This is what a cryptocurrency is. A digital monetary unit of account that is fungible and can be broken down into smaller units. Cryptocurrencies have a real life value because of its market demand. So everybody who thinks cryptocurrency isn't real money, they really don't understand what they're saying, because the truth is that it is real money. And for the simple fact it is real money, it has a market demand. So there's a demand in the market for it. If there wasn't a demand in the market for it, then it wouldn't be considered as real money. So those who think it's fake, do a little bit more research. And so it has a market demand for them. And actually under the IRS code, digital currencies and digital assets, listen closely now to this, are considered as property. They're considered as property, y'all. So if you hold digital currencies, digital assets, what you're actually holding is digital property. That's what you're holding. Okay. Consider this property in a decentralized and cryptocurrency. Yeah. So cryptocurrencies are decentralized. Okay. So everything else, central bank digital currencies are centralized, which means they can be controlled. Stable coins are centralized and decentralized. So those are the hybrids of the family. Okay. They can go back and forth. But now cryptocurrencies are totally different. Okay, they're totally different. Those are decentralized. They're decentralized, which means that they are outside of the system. Okay, and so they're decentralized and not controlled by a government or entity. But here's the thing, here's the key component about cryptocurrencies. They can fluctuate up and down, but they can be infinite in price. And they're not like stocks, okay? The cryptocurrencies are not like stocks. Cryptocurrencies can actually be infinite in prices, okay? And like I was saying, just like gold and silver, cryptocurrencies are also outside of the system, okay? So okay, with this new system, this is the way that this money is moving within this new system. Okay. Now we talked about the old system, the old banking system, the IOUs. Okay. Now we're getting ready to transform to a brand new system. And in that brand new system, the way that the money moves is more transparent, it's more verifiable, it's cheaper, and it's better to record the transactions. Okay? This is the reason why the central bankers and bankers are moving and making this transition towards this new form of money or this new way of payment flow, because they see it as a plus. They see it as a plus. Okay, we can move money. We can move however many dollars here in this amount of time. We can move however many dollars here in this amount of time. And it's effortless. So this is the reason why we are moving towards a digital economy. Now, look, guys, this movement of money is going to be something that's very transformative. And we're getting ready to see a new way of payment flow. And it's going to be very imperative to be up to date and understand this stuff. Okay? It's going to be very important, because if you're not up to date on this stuff and you don't understand it, then it's going to come a time around to where, okay, well, I don't understand how to send it. I don't understand how to receive it. I don't understand how to get it. You have to understand how the money is going to move, because that's going to be one of the key components for accumulating the wealth. Okay? Now, look, I hope that you guys like this video. Hope you guys like this video. Share. Like this video, share, comment, subscribe, share, comment, subscribe. And until we see each other again, Pluto will see you on the other side.